What's up everyone, my name's Doug. In today's video we're actually going to be shooting a vlog style video because I'm going to meet Moufarrege. I'm going to catch a bullet train or Shinkansen. I'll show you that in a sec when it goes past. It's pretty intense. Yeah, we're basically just going to meet up, hang out. We're going to do some singing, lift some weights, just basically do whatever we want, have fun. I definitely think it'll be fun to film this, and I think you'll get a lot of education out of it, a lot of information, because you're going to see me get shooted by a legit expert voice shooter. Just fill in the cracks in my voice that I haven't really smoothed out yet. The final advanced stuff. So I think you're gonna get some pretty good insight. Let's do this. Hey everyone, someone with Phil now. There he is. We're gonna start working on my voice, and I'll take you along with me. Can't you come away tonight and talk to me? Far away from all the world's insanity.
Fill your heart with music tonight.
Fill your heart with music tonight.
You gotta go louder on the whole thing. Can't you come instead of can't you come away? That's when you start to get that tension there. So you gotta keep that. There's a bit more air that needs to be used in the sound.
Can't you come away tonight and talk to me? Far away from all the world's insanity.
Fill your heart with music tonight.
Fill your heart with music tonight.
Good.
So as I was practicing that song with Phil, it was that Anita Baker song. I think one thing that you showed me when I was doing training with you over a few years is that you need to practice songs out of your genre. Absolutely. That was the thing that actually was key for me, because I was practicing these high larynx tense rock songs, and then you told me to practice a ballad, and that was the first time I ever felt like a legato feeling in my voice, and I was able to apply that to the rock sound. And then that also ultimately allowed me to increase my range and roll up more power and more weight. Like, all the benefits of the voice came through by learning a song out of my style. So I've always kept that in my arsenal. Like, I always choose a song that's in a different genre, and in the last year I've been experimenting with different styles, but that's what we focused on there. And what I noticed with that is when I have to sing in a slower way, so I don't know how you describe that song. Was it more like a ballad?
Like a sustained notes, legato, very smooth phrasing. You don't have to sing necessarily outside your genre, but you've got to sing songs that are set up the right way for the voice, because a lot of the songs that at least were in the genre that you like to sing, they don't set up the voice very. You can sing that stuff, but it's not good when you're developing your technique, because it can throw you off, and a lot of the singers you listen to had certain tensions as well, so it can be kind of confusing to know what sounds to copy and what sounds not to copy when you hear songs. So it's you want to pick songs that are done by somebody who's got the technique down really well, and the song is actually encouraging you to create the right sounds. So that's kind of why the method behind doing that, picking the songs like that.
When I approach my high range in like a song that is not how I usually approach singing, for example, in a sustained phrase, that's where the issues actually arise.
Yeah, because like even myself, like I can get away with singing with some tensions in my own songs, but I can't get away with them on that song there. Everything's almost like a fade, so you could go, really, it's like the same thing as this. It's that, but the world's just faster.
The world's insanity.
Yeah. How
Feels
alien
great.
does that feel?
How alien does it feel? Yeah.
Because it just you don't have the
You're
sensation.
like-
It's like it's.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
eyes were like, okay, that was good. Yeah. Because we're trying to do it in the most relaxed, sustained, like no throat tension or
Yeah.
anything like that. Even if we can belt out higher than that and just stomach it or just put it on the throat. We're trying to get, I'm trying to get away from that as much as possible. Every year it's almost like I rebuild my voice. You always talk about you kind of rebuild your voice sometimes too.
Yeah. Like, just like you unlock a new layer to the onion in your voice,
What you were satisfied with 2 years ago is not what you're probably satisfied with now.
Yeah, your standards go up. So like when like you can probably relate to this. When you first start out, you'd be like, I just want to, like me myself when I first started, I was like, if I could just like hit the A4 sometimes, I'll be happy. And then you get to that point where like you can hit it, and you're just like, well, I don't want to just kind of hit it now. I want to be able to fucking sing it. And then you can sing it, and then you're like, well, now I want to be able to do it without any strain. So it's like you progress, your standards get better too. So you could probably relate to that, right? Your standards get higher. So what was acceptable before now doesn't become acceptable, and it almost feels like you're restarting because your standards just keep going up.
And I think a new issue with new vocalists, because we can easily record now. You know, everyone's home recording, right? Everyone's just tracking the vocals, and then they have to figure out how to sing it live after the fact. Don't wanna leave now. You said I believe in how.
Still trying. You said I believe.
You said I believe.
Don't grip on the S. Give. It's just in the tongue. You said.
You said I believe in how.
Try to put your jaw longer.
You said I believe in how.
Just fade in.
You said I believe.
See if you can fade it.
You said I believe in how. Oh, fade it.
You forgot to fade.
You said.
You're going. You got to think.
You said I believe in how.
Good job. Good job. A lot of times people are lip syncing something when they put it on YouTube, so there's a lot of punch-ins, and you can get away with a lot of things that way that you can't get when you have to sing it live. So that's kind of what we're working on today, is just improving our technique so we can do things live more.
Oh, darling.
Pretty good.
If you leave me. Oh, I need to be there.
If you leave me.
If you leave me. Oh, darling.
Sorry. Oh, darling. You go hard here.
My voice isn't ready for it. So people might record punched in lines that start like, I don't even know what you say, and then the next line will be like, I don't even know, something like that.
And you would have to separate each line because you don't have the stamina to sing both together because the approach is all up and tied up in the throat. So that's kind of what we're working on, is getting the sound to really start from here, and it does feel a bit more athletic and physical, doesn't it? Did it feel like that to you?
Yeah, because you can get away with kind of putting all the tension on your throat and stuff if you're doing kind of a line you can just stomach and just get through. But when you're doing something like this, you've really got to use the entire body, which we should be using all the time.
Yeah, like that song we're doing, the Anita Baker song, you can't get away. There's some songs you can't get away with that throat tension, and that will expose those issues. And then it's like, oh, I got to work on that. And then when you go back to the songs that you used to be able to do with the tension, they're even 10 times easier. They're like so much easier.
Got to get down here, man. You got to like actually use the belly, use your body, not just this.
Yeah, so you kind of like, that's all up there. It's like tight up there, so I want to. It's like it's down here now. It does feel a bit more physical to do that, but it makes the notes more consistent when you got to do it live in one take from the start to finish. And you won't feel like you get choked up and get stuck. But it takes time to build the strength. So that's probably what you're finding today, right? Like you physically didn't have the strength to keep continuing each line. It's like, I got to rest for a second. It takes a bit of time. The
one last thing I want to say is also our environment. When we're in a room like this, where we're free to be like, it's in the way that you feel.
Oh,
like
that came out good. Yeah, good job.
Very like heavy and loud. There's no restrictions.
Yeah,
I think you told me you sing better when you're in
When there's no fear. Yeah. Fear will shut down your voice.
Yeah.
Fear will shut down everything about you. It will shut down the beauty in your personality. It will shut down your ambitions. It will shut down everything about you that's great. So living in fear is the worst thing that you could ever do. It's the worst thing for your voice, but it's the worst thing for your life as well. So
could be like a fearless musician.
We're getting a little bit deep now, but if you're living in fear, you got to get out of that situation you're in. You can't be living in fear. You've got to be happy.
All right, so that's it for today. Maybe we'll film some more tomorrow, but yeah, we did quite a lot of work.
Yeah, man. We're fucking we're ripping it.
Definitely. All right, see you soon. All right, everyone, I'll wrap up the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It's kind of an interesting vlog, wasn't it? So yeah, I just hope you liked it. I'll see you soon.